All right, up for sale, 2004 Ford F-150, four-wheel drive Prerunner. Let's get into it. All right, so we picked this truck up from the original owner. He bought the truck brand new in 2004. He had the truck built sometime after 2010. Some of the stuff I'm going to say in this video is going to be a little bit redundant as I filmed it in some segments, but it was built by a trophy truck builder that this owner was personal friends with. So they kind of put a plan together of exactly what he wanted, and they executed it brilliantly, really, because this truck actually works really freaking good. Coilover bypass and bumps in the front, which handle everything we could throw at it in Ocotillo, and a spring under in the back, which gives you all the travel and up travel that you need to mate together well with a nice race style kit in the front, which this is. The whole truck and all the fabrication was all made out of chromoly tubing, chromoly plate, and everything was TIG welded. We'll go into a little bit more detail about that a little later in the video. Fiberglass fenders, front and rear. I took off the ugly bumpers. That's the next thing that this truck could use, would be to, you know, cut off the rest of this right here would get cut off, and then a nice tube bumper would be up here. I've got that lined up with a fabricator ready and waiting to do it. So if somebody buys this and they want to have my guy do the bumpers, we can sort that out. All right, some of the details about the truck. 5.4 Triton V8, automatic, 98,000 original miles. It has always been garaged. This thing is super, super clean, and it shows. You can tell exterior and interior wise. It's been well taken care of. Mechanically, this thing is super sound. There's not even as much as an oil leak. The undercarriage is unbelievably clean, no rust, no corrosion. There's zero issues. Everything in this truck works. You get in it and drive it, press every button, air conditioning, heater, four-wheel drive, all of it. We were going to joke around that we were selling a set of Walker Evans wheels and we were throwing in an F-150 because everybody loves these Walkers. But just to touch on this, this is quantity 6 Toyo Open Country 37-inch tires on Walker Evans wheels, beadlocks, 17-inch of course. And there are 6 of them and they all match. The spares are brand new tires. So this isn't no Chinese junk tire situation that you're finding on a lot of these trucks nowadays. This wheel and tire package alone is pretty expensive. All right, let's go find some flaws. Pretty standard rock chip stuff. Barely a flaw worth mentioning. You know, the usual spot, this is where all the rock chips really hit from the front tires, all along here. Nice thing about this truck is it's silver and you kind of don't even see it standing back away from it. There's another little nick on the other side here. That's the worst of it. There is some pinstriping that we call it, kind of running all down it, but it's all in the clear. You could spend an hour with some compound and get it all out. I guarantee it. Yeah, that's probably pretty much it for anything cosmetic. I mentioned earlier how clean the undercarriage was. Just wanted to kind of give you an idea. This is factory paint. That is not me painting it. This is the bottom of the body. This truck was not abused. It was well maintained, well taken care of. Look at the oil pan. It's crazy. All right, so let's talk about this front suspension. This whole truck was built by Rick Holmes, who is a known trophy truck builder. It's all custom and one-off. Again, chromoly, all TIG welded. It's got all the cheese. Big tie rods, coilovers, bypasses, big boxed arms, all the big uni balls, all the big Heims, grade 8 hardware everywhere, properly plated pivots, reinforced. It is bumped off the upper, which is proper. It's super beefy. Triple strapped limit straps. And these RCV axles, these things are monsters. This guy claimed that he could rip this thing in 4-wheel drive through all the sand washes and has never had an issue with these axles. So a truck that you can truly run in 4-wheel drive without issue is pretty rad. Nine and 3/4 ring gear, 456 gears. Super clean. More F911 hardware. If you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I appreciate and love a spring under setup. So much better than a spring over for many reasons I won't go into here, but this thing's set up really well. It's got proper up travel, it's got bumps, it is strapped, it's got bypasses, it's got some F911 hardware, healthy leafs, no sagging, this thing sits totally level, custom shackle and hangers, chromoly and TIG welded. In case I didn't mention it before, that rear end is fully trussed and gusseted. Of course, it has a custom driveline. I did want to mention that he just put a steering rack in it. It is the first steering rack he put in since he built the truck, and he did not even have an issue with it. He literally did it out of just maintenance. So that's kind of nice to know that this thing's not been eating steering racks. So it does have a new rack in it. All right, let's talk about the bed cage. So all chromoly, all TIG welded, bypasses. This is the one area I did not detail and clean up. Still dusty from our rip out to Ocotillo. This box has a Tupperware container of chemicals and fluids, spares for the truck, some jumper cables, I noticed a serpentine belt in there, but there's a ton of room in that box. This box is pretty cool. It does come with the keys, so it's fully locked. 2 brand new 37-inch Toyo Open Country RTs on walkers, so matching spares. Probably could use some speed straps, something cleaner. This was just fine through our little whoop session deal. No issues, but it just, you know, cosmetically, it's kind of a mess with these ratchet straps the way they are. He does have a cable on here with it locked. I zip tied the lock to there because you could tell what it was doing to it. So this would be a fun little project for a new owner. Maybe pull all this stuff out and repaint the bed cage, change the straps. I'm just gonna clean it up, but that's all easy stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the bed cage and the bed. All right, check out the interior passenger side here. Definitely can tell this guy really took care of this truck. It just shows in how clean it is, how well kept it is. I mean, heck, the carpets are even super clean. Let's go to the driver's side. I mean, this is the side that you usually see all the wear on. The seat all tore up. Carpet, so on. Everything's super, super clean. Not even that funky wear you see on the steering wheels. Let's check out the engine. Well, just realized I totally forgot to pressure wash the engine. So you're gonna look at a dirty engine here. Proper engine crossover brace attached to the shock towers. Probably repeating myself, but like everything in here, it is all chromoly and TIG welded. Tube clamps so that you can obviously remove it just in case. Cold air intake. Everything else is pretty darn stock and reliable. Wanted to make sure I mentioned this edge evolution. You know, you got some vitals and so on about the rig. Best part is the transmission temp gauge. So when you're off-roading, you can keep an eye on it. We spent a whole day in Ocotillo and never got it over 180. It's a power seat, adjustable pedals, and the magic button. All right, so I always do this. Who's this truck for? I think ideally this truck would be great for the guy that, you know, kind of wanted a Raptor, or maybe he's had a Raptor, or even a Chevy, you know, Prerunner that has spring over, but he's never been able to hit the big stuff. He's never been able to hit whoops. Wants to outrun his buddies, but this fits his budget. I mean, think about how much truck you're getting here and what this truck is capable of and the price range that it's in. You know, comparable Raptors are, with spring unders and race kits up front, they're $60,000 to $70,000, which is crazy. I'd put this truck alongside one of those trucks any day. So hopefully that speaks for itself of what this truck is capable of off-road wise, and even on-road drivability. It's super, super smooth. It drives great. It's super quiet inside. Zero issues. So I don't know. That's kind of my take on, I think, who would enjoy this truck. On top of that, the four-wheel drive, the magic button, you know, to be able to press a button to get out of situations, you kind of automatically become the rescue guy. You're always the guy everybody's counting on to get them unstuck, which is kind of fun, to be honest. All right, that about wraps it up for this truck. There's a lot of details that I probably didn't remember, but I am going to have them down in the description below. You know, stuff like 456 gears and so on. So make sure to read that. And if you have any questions about this thing, feel free to hit me up. You can comment, or you can actually just pick up the phone and call or text me. Appreciate you watching. If you could please like this video, comment, and subscribe to our channel.